Welcome back, Inebri-art. I know we took like a little hiatus, and you got some we call them barrel aged episodes, some older ones that we brought back. Just because it's summertime and we've been crazy busy. But we're back, and today I'm joined by Angie. See, I asked you the pronunciation of your last name, and I almost screwed up your first name.
You got it.
Angie
You got this.
Angie Boylan of Freezing Cold, and you
For
guys have
having
a
me.
yeah, you guys have a new album, Treasure Pool, out August 1st, which is like when this goes up, it'll be like almost maybe a week, 10 days out. So that's
Yeah,
exciting.
it's coming around the bend. Finally, it's been a
Yeah.
minute.
How long has it been since your last album?
Um, our last album was 2019, so that's quite a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Some
but we
some
did.
things have happened since then.
Yeah. We got a little setback here and there.
Yeah.
Um, but we did release like a two-song EP in 2021. That's also quite a while away
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point. We're eager. That's all I'll say. We're eager to release this.
What
It,
was this, like a planned hiatus, or I am so I work when the creative juices are there, and I don't when they're not. Like it's
Hmm.
it's hard to kind of make it happen. So is that like part of it?
Are you a musician too, Andy?
No, I'm an artist,
Okay.
and I just did my first finished piece. I'd say probably in 6 years,
Okay.
and just because
You were inspired by something.
it
6 years.
was, yeah, it was for a friend's wedding. Like I did a portrait of them, and yeah, I don't know. It just struck me, and that's what I wanted to do.
Cool.
And yeah.
What's your medium?
So I draw, but I used like had some alcohol. Let me try that again. Alcohol inks, pen and ink, sorted markers. So it's kind of mixed medium. But
I thought you were trying to tell me you were drunk when you were drawing this.
well, we are Inebri-art.
Yes,
So
I noticed.
that's kind of how
Should I
we
crack
got
a
the.
beer?
By all means.
It's a little early, but
I was we were running a comedy show last night, and I was out late because I stopped at the pub afterwards, and started playing cribbage with a friend. That's my new, like, stupid
ah.
pastime. Um
Are you Irish?
I am.
You okay, because you said pub.
Oh, okay. Is Do you
I
not call them
associate
pubs?
no.
Where are you located?
I am from Long Island, but
Okay.
I live in Brooklyn. We call
Okay.
it the bar. We call it the bar.
I
The
mean,
bar.
we call them bars too, but I mean, I don't know. We say pub a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pub is very fitting of this particular place. It is about 12 feet wide and like 50 feet long. So it's like a very
Mm.
narrow, um, and its max capacity is probably 50 people, and there's usually 70 in there. And it's dark, and
Sounds like my kind of place.
yeah, it's just a great dive bar. It feels and everyone knows everyone there, so that's like it's like my favorite. But
Cool.
yeah,
I feel like I really didn't answer your question at all. I
no,
just
that's
asked
fine.
you about the pub. Um, I lost my train of thought here.
So, why why so long between
Oh,
albums?
right.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't mean
know.
that in an accusatory way.
I got to defend myself. Um, well, to be honest, I don't know. I think it takes us kind of a while to write. Um, I was traveling a lot in 2024. I pretty much freezing cold couldn't really do anything
Yeah,
that whole year. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We're a little bit slow moving.
yeah,
We all have a lot of things going on in our lives, so this is everyone's kind of main project, but we just it takes us a while to get to
yeah.
stuff.
Life, man, life is tough.
Yeah. But now that we have the album, it's like freezing cold is full on, and that feels nice because I feel like we haven't really I think from 2021 until now, we really weren't even playing live that much because we were like, oh, we don't have new music out. We want to really focus on writing. So we were really not playing much.
Yeah,
And I don't know. I feel like people probably didn't even think we were still a band. That's how, you know,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
under the radar for us.
I love when a band announces a tour and you're like, oh, they're together still, you know?
Exactly. And
Yeah,
you know what? But it's funny because behind the scenes, like we still have, and I don't even know if this is the norm anymore, but I feel like since was playing music, it was always like band practice every week. And we are very much still that band. Like we
yeah.
pretty much regularly practice once a week at least. Um, I'm like such a band guy. Yeah, I'm a drummer, so I can't like it's not fun for me to go to the rehearsal space and just like put my headphones on. Like I like to like play with people. And I know a lot of people these days like do like home recordings and you can play your guitar and
Hmm.
um make a full demo with every instrument on it in your bedroom. But
Yeah.
I am still very much like go to band practice and collaborate. That's my favorite way to make music.
I think that's my favorite way to do anything is
Right?
in a collaborative. And we were talking about Inebri-art, and that's literally how it got started. I mean, drawing is not generally a collaborative thing, you know?
Mm.
And there was a movement coming out of LA called Drink and Draw, and it was professional artists who were kind of like bummed out. They're like, "Oh, we used to do this for fun, and now such like work and a chore and stress." So they started to meet once a week at a bar or the pub, depending on where you're from, um, and would draw in their sketchbooks. And the rule was no work was allowed. It was only drawing for the sake of drawing. And so a bartender friend of mine who is weird. We didn't go to school together, but we went to the same art school. And he's like, let's start a drink and draw. And for the first 3 years of Inebri-art, it was just, I think it was like six of us that met every week. And
Cool.
sometimes we drew more, sometimes we drank more. And we had one sketchbook that we would pass around and everyone would kind of like add to it. So it was these weird, like, you
Oh my
know,
God.
compilation things. And, when people
Oh,
would be like, what are you doing? You'd like slide the sketchbook over to them and be like, draw something.
oh my God. No, there's
Yeah.
that game, that drawing game. I forget.
Exquisite Cadaver.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was similar to that, but like you could see what everyone else was drawing.
Ah,
So sometimes you would add to it. For a while you'd always draw like I think I kept drawing like kind of those Flash Gordon cigar shaped rocket ships in them for a while just because that's what I wanted to draw. And then there's always the who's gonna be the first guy to put a penis in it. And so then like it was just fun and stupid and
well,
it
that's cool. Like, I didn't
yeah.
know that that was the origin of that drink, because drink and draw has become pretty like
Yeah, it's pretty
popular.
ubiquitous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the kind of founders were these guys. Oh my God, I'm so bad with names, but they called it the Drink and Draw Social Club. And they
Hmm.
put out, I think, two or three books of just their drawings. And they're on napkins and pieces of cardboard. And, it's that collaborative, fun. Essentially, what we do is we play professionally, and if you don't have friends to play with, it's no fun,
That's sad. No,
So,
totally. I think that's the best part of being in a band. I always say like, what is better than like getting together with your friends on a Tuesday night after work, like being creative, hanging out, having a beer. Like I love band practice. I really look forward to it every week.
yeah, yeah,
But
and
I do feel like it's uncommon that like not all bands like have the weekly band practice anymore.
so that's not a thing anymore. I just kind of assumed it was. I
Maybe
mean,
maybe I'm wrong about that, but
yeah,
yeah, no, in just talking to different friends and stuff, like, and there's like, as a drummer, I'm like particularly like I don't know. I feel a certain way about this, but I feel like a lot of times there's like a songwriter who
hmm
like comes up with all the parts and like writes the songs themselves, and then when they have a show or something, they'll just get the band together to rehearse for the show.
oh,
You know, I
okay,
feel like that's more
yeah,
common these days.
yeah. Does that in some way make you feel excluded?
It's just different. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I like to be a part of the writing process and producing the song from
yeah,
start to finish.
yeah. And you asked me if I am a musician, and I said no, but I have played instruments in the past. Like I was in marching band, I was in jazz band.
Oh, that's
Um,
more schooling than I've ever had
yeah, I played
with
three
music.
instruments. I think it was three. But it was the percussion section. I even back then, like I was kind of like, not that they're excluded, but it seemed like there was more focus on like, all right, let's work on the trumpet section this time, and
Hmm.
so and they're all high school students, and so they're screwing around, so they
Yeah.
constantly would get yelled at.
Nobody wants
Um,
to hear us hitting these things and
so
they're loud. We know the drums are
yeah,
loud.
yeah. My best friend in high school was a drummer, so I think he still plays.
Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, the drums I feel like they're one of the least accessible instruments. So that sucks.
especially from a parental standpoint.
Yeah,
Like if you're like, Ma, I want to take up the guitar, they're like, okay, fine, here's an acoustic guitar. Ma, I want to take
right.
up the drums. Absolutely not.
I know. Yeah. And I definitely got that response for quite a while, but I somehow did convince my parents to allow me a drum set
Yeah.
in our home when I was
Well,
growing up.
what was it about drums? Was there like a drummer that you're like, that's who I want to be, or do you just like,
Oh
I
my
like to make
God.
noise, or
I wish that I do get asked this question a lot. I wish that I could go back in time and like it's so weird. Like I don't know why I was so drawn to the drums. But
yeah,
really since I was like from as early as I can remember, I was always like just tapping on everything like rhythmic, making some kind of beat. The
yeah,
kitchen table, like the bit my bedroom floor, like I don't know. I was a weird kid. And
yeah,
there's not really any musicians in my family.
yeah,
There's like music appreciator. My parents really love music, but they didn't really play an instrument.
yeah. I mean, that I kind of had a similar experience growing up. Is like, my mother was a nurse. My father was like very blue collar, like work construction and a janitor and whatnot. And they had an appreciation for the arts in general, but not like they weren't. My father could draw a little bit, but like he could draw like Mickey Mouse, like that's about the extent. But yeah, they were always very supportive, and I don't think a lot of parents do that, and it's because you want your kids to succeed, and it's hard to look down a path like that and be like, oh yeah, you'll make it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they ever thought I was gonna make it,
Yeah,
but I actually have a memory of my dad. My bands used to, and I grew up kind of like in a punk scene, like
sure.
whatever counterculture scene on Long Island. But I have a vivid memory of my dad. We had practice in the basement, my parents'
Yeah.
basement. And my dad afterwards was like, "You're never gonna make any money with those guys screaming like a cat down there."
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I don't think they ever thought I was gonna really. And it's not like this is my, it's like don't quit your day job kind of thing. But I'm
yeah.
s- I'm still playing, so
Yeah,
that's
and that's the
success to me.
important thing is like one of our longest running events we do is a figure drawing group. We bring in a model to this bar that has like a small concert venue in back with a stage, and we put the model on the stage, and artists draw from, they bring whatever supplies they want to work, and everyone draws from the model. And so many people are just like, oh, I couldn't do that. I'm like, it's not like no one walks out of there and like hangs their piece up in the Louvre. It's all about just practice and having a good time. And I've met some of my best friends from doing
Right.
it.
We're not
And
doing this to be famous.
right, yeah, it's I would do it regardless. I'm just lucky enough to do it for a living.
Yeah.
And it's more because I've am super stubborn, and I'm just like, this is what I'm doing, and I don't really care if anyone tells me otherwise. So uh,
Totally.
yeah, I think creative people have a bit of a stubborn. We're very weird. Yeah.
You know what it is for me, I think? I've been thinking about this a lot as I'm like getting older and still playing. And I I see a lot of my peers, like my age range and like people that I grew up playing music with,
Yeah.
I see one by one they're not playing and like there's still a few, of course, but like there's a good bit of my peers that are like not really playing too much anymore.
Hmm.
And I've been trying to like I'm like, what is it? People get different opportunities, whatever, but I'm just like, it feels such like a part of my identity. I don't even know what else I would do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I
No.
mean?
And it is. It's like this need, like, and it's for me. It is my. I'm so like. I hate saying I'm ADD because I'm not, but I have that kind of. I think I get bored quickly, and I like to have a lot of things going on.
Mm.
So
I
like I'll
mean,
have a drawing going on and I'll have a podcast schedule and then I have a recipe that I want to make. And now like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up guitar again. I haven't done that in a long time. And so it's just like I always want to be doing something. I don't sit around well and do
you
nothing.
drawing right now.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm kidding.
I'm playing with a binder clip. I do have to fidget. My business partner makes fun of me all the
Yeah.
time. Like he'll just hand me things and be like, "Here, fidget with this." So got to keep my hands busy. So
Yeah. No, I can relate to that. I feel like I'm always so busy. I don't know. I live in New York. I'm just like the constant hustle. I'm like always going from one thing to the next. But whenever I do have free time, I like don't even know what to do with myself. Like I
yeah.
really like to be busy and I like to and then once I'm like signed up for like four or five different musical projects, then I start to be like, what have I done?
Yeah, I do that all the time. And
But it's like, you
it's
know,
always I would say it's the night before and the morning of where I'm just like, I don't want to do this. And it's just that getting going. Like once I'm going,
yeah,
I'm fine and I'm having a great time.
totally.
But it's just
Yeah,
that like, you know, I need my
yeah,
caffeine and you know, but
for sure.
so are you guys going to tour to promote this new band? New band, new album?
Yes, I mean it's probably a new band to some. I don't know
Yeah.
how well known we are.
Well, I mean that's part of it is just kind of like we do a lot of things where we're just trying to get our brand in front of people and because it's a very unusual business model and people tend not to understand what we do. Like we'll set up a table with flyers from all our different events and whatnot and people be like, oh, so you make posters? And I'll be like, no, we make all these different events that seem to have nothing in common with each other, you know. But yeah, it's
Variety show.
kind of, yeah. I mean, it's literally like any strange idea that pops into my head or I see, I'm like, let's do that. And we're even going to be hosting a punk show at the end of August on a mini golf course. So
Cool.
yeah, and
Oh,
like I
I
don't know why that works, but it works. It's just such a
I
cool idea.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a
So
new one. We
yeah,
did like the generator shows under the bridge, but not the golf course.
yeah, I saw someone post about it and it was like in Colorado or somewhere else. And I was just like, oh, that's an awesome idea. I don't have a mini golf guy. And then I got a mini golf guy and I'm like, hey, I have a weird idea. And they're like, let's do it. I'm like,
Wow.
all right.
Honestly, I love that the mini golf guy is down.
I was stunned.
Love
I
it.
I did not think I thought best case scenario they'd be like, all right, let's give it a try. But they were actively excited. And I'm like, all right, this is gonna be great.
You know what? That's really cool because I feel like as like more and more DIY spaces and venues are closing, I mean, new ones always pop up, but it does feel like there's less and it's harder and harder to have a
Yeah.
cool like DIY, especially like all age spaces. Especially in New York City. We got to start thinking creatively.
Yeah. And we're in that weird spot where for like I don't want to say this gently because I don't want to insult anyone, but for like a really good show that isn't like a cover band, you typically have to go to Boston or Providence.
Mm.
There are exceptions, but
Oh, how about Malden? I'll do a little plug.
Malden,
Malden, MA.
yeah, is that just outside Boston? Am I thinking that right, or is that?
I think so. I was hoping you would know because I have no idea where it is, to be honest.
I definitely know of it. Um,
I've
it's
been there. We've
Have
played there
you?
once. We're playing there
Oh,
again.
really? In
There's a
Malden?
really cool brewery. It's called Faces. They have a really nice back room that has shows. It's cool.
A
You should check it
brewery
out.
in Massachusetts that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
That is
Kind
weird.
of, come on. Am I on Inebri-art or what?
Dude, we work with breweries like constantly. I'm like, they pop up all over the place. Faces Brew, Malden. Okay, all right.
And so I'll go while you're researching this, I'll go back and plug my band's tour. The
Yeah.
first stop is Malden, MA. We're
What's the
playing with
date on
great
that?
731,
Okay.
playing with a great Massachusetts band called Me and Caprice.
Okay.
You know these kids?
I don't. So it's yeah,
They're
it's no, it's
good
north of
guys.
Boston. I was right. It was pretty close to Boston.
Yeah, come through.
I will do that. Plus, I feel like I need to know that brewery.
Yeah.
So 731.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing okay, this is I think we used to try to book tours like 2 weeks straight, something like
Yeah.
that. Not freezing cold, maybe like Jeff is the singer. Our old bands, we kind of grew up touring a lot. Um, DIY kind of tours. But these days we're finding it like we decided to do like longer weekends instead of full like 2 week long stints.
Yeah.
First of all, like, does anybody want to go to a Monday night show? I don't know.
Nah, not
I will if
generally. Yeah.
if it's
It's
like something I really want to see.
yeah, generally
Uh,
it's the like, if it's Taylor Swift, then you're like, yeah, it doesn't matter what day.
right, right. Like a
Yeah.
big production, but
Right.
yeah, so we're kind of like we're trying to kind of think of how to do bands that makes sense for us in where we're at in life
Yeah.
now, you know? So we can't do thing like as easy as it is to just be like, okay, we always did it this way. Let's keep doing that. We're trying to like think of new ways to go about it so that it's sustainable,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's always like the stuff, we've learned from doing the different events that we do. It's always the stuff that you don't really think about because now we get reached out to by a lot of places, in Boston. They're like, oh, we run events here. My first question is, what is the parking like?
Uh,
Because we have to like load best case scenario
right.
one trip from the car, but sometimes two, three trips, and you're just like, it's the headache's not always worth it. So,
Oof. I can relate to that. New York City is
oh, I bet it's got to be
a rough
like a
one.
nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's great about New York as far as playing in bands. Every venue has backline and they don't even want you bringing your stuff.
Oh, that's cool. So you just show
So
up with, so you don't even bring your
you
drums.
just,
You just show up and there are
no.
drums there.
I mean, speaking as a drummer, it's
Yeah,
not a pleasant experience. Sometimes I'm taping the floor tom legs to the drum,
yeah.
gaff tape, but
Because
hey,
no one's
I
gonna be
didn't have to
nice to
carry my
them.
drum set.
Yeah, no one's gonna be nice to them because they're not their drums. So
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's easier. The guitar player, there's an amp, it's fine usually.
yeah.
Drum set, it's there, the lugs are missing. It's a lot can go wrong there.
Do you bring any part? I mean, I'm sure you bring your sticks, but do you bring like a
Oh
specific
yeah.
symbol or anything like
Yeah.
that?
We usually just bring like, cymbal, snare drum,
Yeah,
kick pedal kind of thing, the breakables.
yeah.
But as I'm like booking this tour for Freezing Colds, we don't have a van. We don't really tour that much right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll tour a little bit more. But we're planning to just kind of borrow gear everywhere.
Okay.
And, it's kind of I kind of forgot that not every other city has backline like we do in New York. So
Yeah.
this is a little hiccup in the plan.
Yeah, sure. Because then it's then because you have to move everything in, and
Yeah,
that's my current situation with the mini golf thing is there's nothing. There's
you got to
no
bring the PA and everything.
PA everything.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother ball of
Ah,
wax. But so you booked the tour yourself for the band?
yeah, yeah. I mean, Jeff and I
Yeah.
booked it. Yeah, we've been doing this a long time, Andy. So
Well, I'm
we're
just curious
doing what
because
we do.
I am usually the organizer of things, and so now I'm interested in there has to be some interesting like war stories on like places you've booked that didn't turn out great, or you know some I feel like
God.
sometimes the organizers get more shit than they deserve when something goes wrong.
Oh.
It's I am basically tipping my hat to you because that it's got to be tough, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've played some bad shows in my life for sure.
Yeah,
Uh, I can't even, I don't know. I mean, I think mostly when, I started touring in my 20s.
yeah.
Even if it's a bad show, you're traveling with your friends and like your best friends, you're in the van together. I wouldn't trade it for anything, that experience. Like,
Usually the bad nights become the good stories to tell later.
yeah, you
Yeah,
just wind up like being silly and just make the best of it and have fun.
yeah. So
But no, I think I was pretty lucky we had a pretty good scene when I was starting to tour, and um, I mostly have great memories of touring.
yeah,
Sometimes you play like a bar where there's like five people. I feel like I have a memory of like Wilmington, North Carolina. No
yeah.
offense, Wilmington, great town, but yeah, the shows were never really well attended there.
Yeah,
Um,
we ran a comedy show at a brewery, and tickets tickets usually start picking up like 3 days before the show, and tickets were starting to sell. And we're like, all right, I think we're like up to 9 or whatever, so like we're in good shape. 3 days out, whatever. And then the news is like, oh, it's gonna be the worst snowstorm we've ever seen, and ticket sales stopped completely. And so then we're like, do we go forward? And I can't remember why we decided to go forward. Um, but I think four out of the 9 showed up, and it was we had more comics than we had audience, and it was so awkward.
oh,
And
I've
yeah,
certainly played shows where the people in the room were the other bands.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or people being like, "Oh, I guess there's live music here tonight." Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Listen, I'm a Leo, Andy, so a few humbling experiences, not a bad thing for me.
Oh, is that a Leo thing? What I'm not an astrology person, so when is that
Oh,
born?
my B-day is coming up a couple days.
Oh yeah, happy
July
birthday.
23rd. I'm
Nice.
expecting a birthday wishes from you.
Okay, I'll send it July 23rd. I gotta write that down because I will forget. Um, yeah, it's I'm told that I'm arrogant sometimes, and you're like, I get, but I think part of it comes from being like that creative person is like sometimes you have to be your biggest champion because no one else will be. So sometimes you're just like, I mean, it, creative people can create something, be it a song or a drawing or whatever, and can be so proud of it. And then when other people are like, oh, I really like that, and you're like, yeah, but I made a mistake here, or like,
Totally.
this is off. Like, let me point out all the mistakes on the thing that I really do like, but I'm gonna,
Yeah.
and it's just this weird like duality of like being proud of something and kind of like picking it apart at the same time.
Yeah, totally. We are our biggest critics.
Yeah, for sure. Um, how do you have trouble like shutting that off, or like even when the album's out do you still hear like the mistakes? And
Um, I mean, with recording, I feel like I don't know if I have a recording of mine where I don't hear something on it that I'm like, damn it.
Why is
You know?
that there? Yeah,
Yeah, there's always, and I think the more you play stuff, you kind of revise and come up with better ideas over time. But no, I think I'm overall pretty happy my
you seem like a very
with this
easygoing
album.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as I'm getting older, I do feel like I'm more like self-conscious or I don't yeah,
Really?
I get more nervous playing. I think it's like this feeling that I've put on myself, like there's more pressure, like as I get older. Like in when I was in my 20s and I did never gave it a second thought. I was just like having a blast, doing my
Yeah.
thing, not nervous at all. I don't know. Yeah, it's really changed over the years. And I do
Well,
think part of it is like this internal thing of like, well, I'm getting older. I'm like, it does feel like you're kind of sacrificing other things to do this. So like, it better be good kind of thing.
yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's I see exactly what you're saying. I think I'm definitely older than you. And I think I've reached that point where I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. Like if you are gonna judge me because it's not perfect, or you're gonna judge me for this, that, the other, and you're just like, cool, that's a you thing. I'm busy,
Yeah.
and it's very liberating,
Huh.
and it's yeah, I don't know.
I'm going the opposite direction as
That's
most.
very
Yeah,
interesting.
I do
Yeah.
feel like most people say as they get older, they care less what other people think.
Yeah, for sure.
This is
And
some Leo shit. I don't know.
it's well, I hit the big 5-0 this year. So it's been
Oh,
very
congrats.
thank you.
Cool.
It's not awesome. But it's been like uh causing me to like really reflect on, like, I'm going back and like watching things that I watched growing up. Be like, this was um here in Southeastern Massachusetts, there's a show called like Captain Bob, and every Saturday morning he'd be on before the cartoons, and he would show you how to draw a cat or a whale or whatever. And like I've gone back and watched old episodes, just gonna be like, oh, because that was like a huge part of like
Mm,
how Andy became Andy. And
yeah.
like even watched there was, it's not even technically a movie, I think it was like a mini series on TV that like gave me a phobia as a kid, and I think it's called like The Day After, I think is what it's called. And it came out in like the 80s, and it has like some big name people in it. And it was uh a the days following a nuclear attack. And I don't know why my parents let me watch it, because I was like, I don't know, 10, and it scared the shit out of me. Like I was petrified. And I went back and watched that. Just it's yeah, it's been really kind of like, how did I get here? It's been like
Oh my
the
God, yeah.
like it's really interesting, because like you start going back and be like, oh, I forgot about this thing that was a really important thing to me when I was little. And
Hmm.
so that's been my year.
Like if I go back and look at stuff from my childhood like that,
Yeah.
doesn't it look so old? You're like, oh my
Oh,
God.
oh my, it looks so old. It's so dated.
It's kind of
Um,
cool. It's cool.
I was playing some Atari games recently,
Oh,
and
huh.
and I'm like, how did I play this for days at a time? Like I am so bored 5 minutes in, because it's just the same screen over and
Yeah.
over and over
It
again.
was simpler times, Andy.
It was simpler times,
It was good. I mean, I'm not familiar with those shows that you were referencing, but for me, Ren and Stimpy, that was my favorite.
Oh, I
You
love Ren and Stimpy.
familiar?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That
That
was
was
some weird shit.
I
That
was
was,
in. I think I was like late high school into college when it came out.
huh.
So
I'm about 10 years younger than you, so
yeah, so there was like some weed smoking, and watching Ren and Stimpy stoned is super fun. It's a really good time.
honestly, it still holds up. That's a
Yeah.
really weird show.
And everything about that show is great. It changed animation like without Ren and Stimpy, SpongeBob would have never happened.
Mm.
Even my kid the other day was like, "Why did you let us watch Ren and Stimpy? It's super inappropriate." I'm like, I don't feel like it's super inappropriate. I think
That's
it's
so
the
funny.
right kind of inappropriate.
Honestly, as an adult rewatching that, I have been like, wow, I can't believe this kind of flew like
Yeah,
in my house. I was whatever age I was watching that.
and my kids grew up like watching SpongeBob, and like even that, there'd be moments where I'd be like, "How did that get through?" And
Sometimes the content is for the adults in the room, right?
yeah,
Like I didn't even really get half of it at that age.
what was the other one? Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh yeah, that was a great one.
That one's crazy. Like
Yeah.
it is so subversive and full of adult jokes. Um, to this day, I remember like my favorite joke from it is they were going deep sea fishing, and there's like this old sea captain, and he's rambling on, and he's like blah 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 down to Davy Jones's locker, Mickey Dolenz, all the monkeys had lockers, and I died because I grew up watching the monkeys. My kids are just looking at me like, why is that funny? So
Amazing.
yeah, so yeah, I'll have to go. I haven't watched Ren and Stimpy in years, but
You
big
can
big
find
fan
it
of
on there
yeah,
streaming. Yeah.
big fan of John K's work. He's the creator. I actually have a
Hmm.
book like right over there. It's a John K book, but yeah, that's super
Love it.
influential. Yeah. So where can everyone go to get Treasure Pool? Right,
Treasure Pool.
August 1st. I'm just impressed I can read my handwriting. August 1st.
Yes, you can get that at Don Giovanni Records, which is a
Okay,
great label.
nice. Wait, it comes out on August 1st. You're playing a show in Mass on the 31st. Is that like the record release party?
I mean, yeah, I feel like in my mind, the New York show will be the record
Yeah.
release, but that will be our first show
Okay.
with the record. Hopefully, if it's not late, all goes as planned.
Nice. Awesome. So, do you where your socials that are you on all the social things that
Yeah,
all
I think it's
all those
at
kids
freezing
are on?
cold. Yeah, oh
At
yeah.
yeah.
Not all of them, but some. We try our best. At freezing cold band.
Do you do the TikTok?
We do not do the TikTok.
I just can't. I just can't. I've tried.
I think we have one, but we don't post anything on it.
We have one, and I tried posting stuff on it a while, and my kid's like, "Your TikTok's garbage," and I'm like, "Yeah, I just
It's
don't have
yeah,
the brain capacity to learn it, and
it's
it's
gonna
just
be too embarrassing. I just
it's so like
we're
the
not doing
intent.
that.
Yeah, it's like the intent is to be like really candid and like, but then the videos are so edited. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't have the time to do that.
No, no,
So,
no.
but yeah,
We're doing our best, Andy.
yeah, I'm too old. Don't give me
Me
another.
too. Me too.
You know, let's bring back MySpace. Yeah,
Simpler times. I'm
yeah,
saying.
nice. Well, I want to say thank you for coming on, man. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you,
And
Andy. It's great
I'm
talking
gonna,
with you.
yeah, I'm gonna encourage our listeners to not only buy the album, but go on July 31st to Faces Brewery in
Yeah.
Malden. Yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
tickets on sale now? Question mark.
Yes, they
Okay,
are.
sweet. So run, don't walk to whatever website and grab your ticket. And yeah, man, this was great. This was fun.
Great chatting. Thank you, Andy.
Awesome. Thank you. And listeners, we'll catch you guys again next week. And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/Inebri-art to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at Inebri-art or at Inebri-art6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebri-art, and all the other shows on the Inebri-art Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.